what Kerala sports has done and what Kerala sports can do in esports. What's your perspective on that?
See, the point is that what we have to remember, Kerala is a highly literate state, and the penetration of the the mobile is very very high. Density of mobile is very high. At the same time, every nook and corner of Kerala is connected by broadband and necessary internet facilities. Now, here esports is a very going to be one of the ingredients for esports. Requires good connectivity. At the same time, it requires bandwidth and everything. What we have to bring to the forefront here is that we have been highlighting the fact that in Kerala we found that there is a increase in drug menace. And recently, 2 days back, the Chief Minister himself had called for a meeting, and he had said in the meeting that we have to wean away these children away from drugs, and that only way to wean them away is to make them active in sports and other cultural activities. Now, in sports, as you all know, the children today, the sporting event in Kerala always used to be in the forefront of sports in the country, and we have been faring very well. But till recently, we have not been. The last national games indicate that we have not fared well. We have come down to the 14th rank. The reason being because a lot of children, because what we need to understand that the focus always on sports, people tend to get carried away is on football, and Kerala is a football savvy state, and where the children are all hooked on football and to a large extent cricket. Now, these two games are actually, with due respect to both the games, these two games have taken away the best of the talents and the kids away from the other 33 disciplines. And this basically because the parents feel that those two disciplines are something which will give them jobs and probably give them monetary benefits. And government has to play a big role here. The point is that Kerala government is also trying, but the budget allocation for the sports in Kerala is very minimal, 120 crores, which is inadequate because most of the money goes for hostels, food and coaches. So ultimately what is left is very little. And that is not enough for you to drive sports to bring the medals. That is a fact of the case. Kerala Olympic Association doing a lot of work in this area. We have now told we have been able to bring all the 33 disciplines under our control, all the transparent way of running the organization. We have all auditor statements, accounts all maintained very well. We have told them that let us not depend on the government to drive your sports. Kerala Olympic Association will handhold you and make sure that you all perform well in your respective disciplines, and the funds will be raised by us through various means. We have started our own magazine for Kerala. There's only Kerala Olympic Association in the country which is having its own magazine, sports magazine, coming out every month. We also have a cooperative society which sells sports goods. The sports goods are almost 30 to 40% cheaper than what you get in the market. We buy it from the same source, from the same factory. And we also started training. All the schools have been brought into the training session, and coaches are provided free of cost by the Olympic Association. CSR funds are being tapped brilliantly, and we have been successful in getting a lot of. And this means, so how do you raise funds? Through advertisement, through sponsorship. We have also started a chit scheme. A chit scheme where money, which is we take a chit scheme, and the chit scheme brings whatever residue from the chit scheme is used to promote sports. So this is one area. As far as esports is concerned, Kerala definitely stands a fair chance of doing it well. The point is that my personal view from what I've seen over the years, sports should be above politics. Politics cannot be the reason for sports failure. And invariably we find that if you look at the past, all the sports get killed because of politics coming into the political system of the administration of the discipline. When the government of India, if they put a foot down very clearly through the Indian Olympic Association, make sure that the sports are all cleaned up, and there's no question of politics creeping into any of this, I'm quite sure that India will fare very well in sports. And this question of politics and having too many groups, even in esports also we have to be careful, because you should not have too many groups anymore.
What is your vision about esports? You spoke eloquently about the need for it. There is a gap that needs to be filled, and at the same time politics that needs to be kept away, because sports is something, it is a competition, and only the best survive. So what is your blueprint, if I may ask?
So the blueprint is that sport should be clean up of politics, number one. There cannot be politics in sports because sports is meant for sportsmen. And
No, my question was more on the esports vision.
under esports, and definitely say this is going to be it's a game which is on for last 6-7 years now, and it is now getting legitimized now with the 2027 Olympics in Saudi Arabia. So which means it is now getting legitimized, which means all state governments should gear up to make sure that each state will be able to provide e-sporting personnel for these events. And it should start, like I said earlier, charity begins at home. Similarly, sports should begin from the schools. And e-sport should start from the school because children at the age of 5, 10, 5 years and 6 years are capable of handling mobile phones. So if you channel their thoughts and their thinking towards a creative thing, and which is going to be a sporting event, I'm quite sure that esports will do very well in the country.
A lot of talk that has been going on in different sessions and in the inaugural session, the idea that came to the forefront was that esports is also at par with bringing the soft power ahead and bringing the India's pride ahead internationally.
See, it's always like if you look at chess, we are doing very well today in chess. Well, not that it doesn't require it. It's only a brain which works. It's your thought, your creative mind, everything. Here you have to have strategy. You have to have you must have the acumen to play well. You should not look at a gambling part of it. This is not a gambling profession, and esports should be seen as a sports. And here the children's creative mind should be tapped and put it to use so that we should be able to showcase that India is capable of having such a creative mind which can get medals for our country. And that is there. So the esports is definitely, but what is worrying here is that the parents, as you know, are today worried because the very moment they see their children glued to their mobile phones, parents will tell them, stop it, go to your room, and get away the phone. So you have to educate the parents that there are good, like what you say, there is good touch and bad touch. Similarly, there are good things about mobile phone and bad things. So you have to tell them that by channel your child towards a good part of the mobile phone, which will be creative, he'll get a job, he'll get recognition, he'll get fame, and all those things. You try to bring that concept into the mind of the parents, it will start working.
What I gather from you is that you talk about the behavioral change in esports, but at the same time there has to be behavioral adaptation by various ministries because IT ministry is there, telecom ministry is there for the better bandwidth, for the IT ministry for the new games to come up, so that some trial and run could happen, and at the same time at the forefront a sports organization like yours, because administrators like you who have been in the traditional sports and have leading a state called Kerala, which has traditionally been excellent in Summer Olympics and Olympic Games.
So you see, e-games, what you said is right. E-sports has got the coverage on various ministries, like IT ministry, the sports ministry, and various ministries, even social ministry also. But I think when you see it as a sports, it should come under the sports ministry only. It cannot go. It should not get divided. Too many cooks will spoil the soup. That is the fact of it. So it should be a single master, and sports should be governed by sports bodies, sports ministry, and that's it. The other people should be giving supporting stuff. The finance ministry should give the necessary support by finance. The IT ministry should give the necessary support by bandwidth support and all these things. But the responsibility lies, ownership lies with the sports ministry.
Do you think that India can also leverage its IT superpower in terms of coding, in terms of developing the games, and that could be what you call a catalyst for bringing the funds back into the sports in terms of sponsorship money and in terms of a lot more advertisement money that could pumped in?
It will definitely, sir, because you see who is hitting all the top corporations in the world, IT corporations, all Indians. They are there. And if they can reach Microsoft and they can reach in various Google and all that, I'm very sure that we will become an IT power, and there's no doubt about it. And it's only a step forward. We are not far away. We have to educate people. But what I'm saying is, one thing which more than that, this esports is going to be a very important player is an insurance against drug abuse.
That's a very, very big statement you're making.
It's an insurance against drug abuse. Because to take away or wean away the youngsters from drugs, Only esports and only the esports and physical sports can only take them away. And esports, because youngsters have moved into those areas. So for them, maybe our generation talks about physical sports, but the young generation talks about esports. So let the esports be the insurance against drug abuse, and that is going to be India's focus on, and we should all focus on those lines. Every state should focus on those lines.
Do you think in near future, if India can produce some of the big celebrity at the international stage in esports, which may take a decade's time or maybe a little less, and that will give a flip to India in terms of esports celebrities that we could develop, and at the same time, the whole game moves up the ladder?
So everything is slow and steady. You don't need to be fast because you have to catch them young. So if you are talking about getting a medal in the esports in the years to come, you have to catch them young from the age of 5.
Scouting.
Scout your way out and get talents. Scout. We are all saying China is doing fantastically well, but the Chinese athletes are taken and scouted at the young age and taken into the camp at the age of 5, 6. And after 10 years, we find they are bringing medal to the country. Same way, let us not look at, let us be very optimistic that India will definitely get a medal, and you scout them young, and we are not far away from the medal picture. We will be standing on that, on the stand and getting the medals. There's no doubt about it.
So India should be aware and be proud that one of the biggest administrator of sports says India will one day be a champion in esports as well.
It's not going to be one day. In a very, very near future, we will not be too far away. In the next 5 to 10 years, we will be one of the countries which we looked up by all other countries as far as esports is concerned, because our people are far capable. Because when you talk about hockey, we say maybe our stamina may not be enough to be like a guy from Netherlands, and our stamina, Australian stamina, may not be there. But esport is not stamina, it's brain.
Sir, I mean, taking the same chronology, we have been talking about ice hockey and traditional hockey players. Young lads can very, very nicely fill in the shoe, and same is with esports.
Yes. Easily we can fill in the sports, because we can fit into the shoes very smoothly without any difficulty. I'm very confident that we should not underestimate India. India's got a fantastic, talented pool of youngsters in this country, and this country will be in the forefront, and we will be flying the Indian flag all over the world.
How you are mobilizing your thoughts with the government of Kerala and Sports Authority of India, because Pinarayi Vijayanji is very open to new ideas, and at the same time Sports Authority of India, which has a southern center in Thiruvananthapuram, is also gearing up to the idea, and that is why we are having conclave like this.
No, sir. See, every state every state must have a leader with the ownership. Today we have a very good visionary leader in state of Kerala, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, who is the Chief Minister. He is very clear where Kerala should be and where Kerala should go. And you see the infrastructure development in the state, as far as infrastructure development, employment generation, and also in investments coming into the state, which means it is open up. So very soon, and when we say open up, sports also getting open up. And the regional center of Sai, headed by Dr. Kishore, has been doing yeoman service. There is no doubt. He has turned out all the best athletes in the country. They all train there. Even before every Olympics or any international event, these athletes are all trained in the Trivandrum campus. And you should come and see the campus to understand what it is about. Very disciplined run and beautifully run. And Dr. Kishore should be given the acknowledgement for what he has done in his team. It was done very well. And during even our golf club, Gigi Thompson was the man instrumental in bringing the golf club under Sai. And he was the man who during the time he was DG Sai, he brought a National Golf Academy to Trivandrum. And that is how we got a golf academy in Trivandrum. And Government of India funded 25 crores to bring golf tourism to Trivandrum. So, and this is where Sai, where it is now, it is run by Sai. And Dr. Kishore plays a very pivotal role in this. There's no doubt about it. So we are very proud that we have Sai in Trivandrum. We got a good Chief Minister who's got a vision. And we have people, bureaucrats who are also very proactive.
And a good administrator in you, I must say.
Basically, Kerala Olympic Association is part of the sports. like any other state. Only Kerala is only different is that Kerala is got the only state where other than the sports department you have a sports council. Where in no other states in India we have a sports council. That is only the thing. But our sports minister who is having a dedicated portfolio, but evidently he is a football buff. So he is trying to bring Messi into the state this year and bring the Argentina team to play in state, because he knows that the people of Kerala is looking forward to see Messi and the football team playing, Argentina team playing in Kerala.
Thank you very much. But whole of India is looking for Messi to come to India, and whole of India is looking forward to that particular match that you are talking about.
But our point is that we want Messi to come, but not at the expense of other sports.
Thank you very, very much for talking to Vision Television World.
Thank you, sir.